Good morning, bird brains, and welcome to the long-awaited episode 9 of the Fat Bob Build series. Let's get into it. So this is gonna be like a weird one for me, not for you guys, because I have to, since this is technically the last build series episode on this bike, at least for a long while, and a lot has changed on the bike since you guys have last seen it, I feel like I have to kind of show you guys the finished product now.
Go for launch. GC. Go. Guidance. Go. Fido. Go. Prop. Go. GMC. Go. Max. Go. Eagle. Go.
Flight booster, 3 engines ready.
Copy. 3 ready.
All vents open.
10. Copy vents.
PLS is go for main engine start.
Liftoff confirmed.
Copy liftoff.
So now that you know what the bike looks like, we have a few more things that we have to put on now before it looks like what you just saw it like. Yeah. And it's these parts right here. In case you didn't see my Instagram post literally back in freaking September when I got these parts, we've got some Flow Motorsports foot controls, some Arlen Ness mirrors, some Flow Motorsports pegs, as well as a new gas cap, also from Roland Sands, as well as some blue ignition wires from Excel, a seal. And then last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and throw on this Ultra Tow step bumper receiver so we can tow some trailers behind. I'm kidding, guys, that's not for the bike. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention is I got these little stickers. I actually got these off of Wish, so they're probably not the highest quality. But I was looking inside the fairing, and usually I will do some sort of sticker bomb inside the fairing or of places that we've been to and things like that. But, of course, we're not really taking these things places and things like that. So I found this sticker pack on Wish that has a bunch of just the shuttle patches from the missions. I mean, there's a lot of them. So I'm thinking that I'm going to go ahead and sticker bomb the inside of the fairing with these stickers. They might not last long, but this bike is garage kept and out of the sun for 90% of its life, so it probably will look okay. And if I don't like the way it looks, they're stickers. I can take them off. It's no big deal. So yeah, hopefully this will be the best build series episode of the series. Whew. Let's get to work. Literally less than 3 minutes into the build and we've already hit a roadblock. You don't know?
Oh shit!
So I don't know if you can tell, but that's not how pegs are supposed to go. Now I know I can rotate it like this. I'm not stupid. There's a bolt right there. But that's about where it needs to be, and that's about where the stop engages, and it barely engages. I think if you actually put weight on it, it would actually slip past the stop there. I'm thinking this is probably a fat bob issue because they have these weird somewhat mid, somewhat forward controls on them, and I'm pretty sure that's probably what is messing this up. But as you can see, the stop on the stock pegs is just really long compared to these, which is just extremely short. I'm gonna contact Get Lowered, see if maybe they sent me the wrong ones. I only see one on their site and it matches the product number for this. I would just weld a bead back on the back of this, but my welder's, I don't know if you can see it, it's back over there, but it's already packed up and wrapped up, already disconnected the tank and everything because of the move coming up here in a couple weeks, so I don't have that readily available. So for now, I'm gonna throw on the stock ones back on, and we'll just continue on with what we can do right now and worry about that later. I wonder if this is my bike getting back at me for not paying attention to it for like a year. Nothing's fitting. Nothing is fitting. So I unboxed the brake pedal and the shift lever, and I'm like, those don't look like they're gonna fit at all. And I was right. So once again, coming back to this side of the bike, if we match up where that bolts on, it'll bolt on, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I got big feet, but I don't have that big of feet. It's gonna be way too long. You can adjust this one up here, but the closest bolt is right there, so it's still gonna be way too far out there, so that's not going to work. So I thought, okay, maybe the brake lever will work. And then as soon as I got here, I'm like, yeah, there's no chance that's going to fit. If you can see where that bolts up versus where the actual brake actuator is, yeah, not even close. Because that would go right there, which means the brake actuator would be a good, I don't know, long ass way. Not even to mention the thickness isn't even close to correct either. It's gonna be, the new one will be way too thick to fit that that horseshoe bracket there. So yeah, that's not gonna work. So I guess we'll move on to the ignition wires and hope these fit. This is getting good, guys. It just I set the lift down on one of my tripods. You all right there, bud? You seem a little fucked up there. Good thing that was one of my cheap ones. Sorry, this thing is like $10. Don't even care. I think I might be the only person on YouTube that tries to make a gas cap replacement and ignition wire swap look cinematic, but hopefully that wasn't too stupid. So starting with the ignition wires, I think they look pretty cool. I think it's a little too much blue on this side for now, but we'll play around with it. I'm really wanting to get rid of that derby cover. I actually want to replace it with a gold disc that looks like the gold record on the Voyager, which looks like this. In case you don't know, you can Google that, be a big boy. Also want to replace that silver shift linkage, but it's really hard to find aftermarkets for the Fat Bob since it's, once again, one of the weird setups. Over on this side, I think it looks really good. The blue just kind of peeks through right there at the top. Really like that. And then you might have been asking yourself why I replaced the gas cap since I already had an aftermarket. Well, first off, this is Roland sand, so it's going to be a much better quality. But the reason I didn't like the other one is it was almost impossible to grip. It sat very close to the tank, and also it rattled. So hopefully this doesn't rattle. It has a, you can actually click it on so it doesn't, hopefully it'll be more secure and won't rattle. Plus I think it matches the theme a little bit better. It's a really, I mean, I know it's just a freaking gas cap, but it's a really good looking gas cap. All right, and unfortunately, last but not least already, we're gonna move on to the Arlen Ness mirrors. Now, I already know that these are gonna require a little bit of finagling. I know these probably aren't gonna be a direct bolt-on. I wasn't expecting that, so might have to play around with them a little bit. Also, I don't know if I'm going above the bars or below the bars, so I'll probably have to install them twice. And I'll probably post up pictures, see which ones you guys like better, because I'm always kind of on the fence about it anyways. But yeah, let's start throwing these on. All right, so here they are on above the bars, of course. I actually think they look really good. I think they look better than I was expecting them to. I haven't really tried to see how good they are as far as usability, but I'm gonna go ahead and clap my hands or snap my fingers and switch them to the bottom of the bars. Well, we have some good news. They fit under the bars, they clear everything, and they're extremely functional. I did test off camera how functional they were above, and honestly, it's about equal as far as what I can see. I can see very, very well. I'm shocked at how good these are, to be honest. And from the back, they don't look that different, but up front, they get tucked right behind the turn signals, which I think looks way better. Let me know down in the comments which ones you think better. I'll go ahead and put them up side by side here so you can see them. But my vote is definitely with under the bars. They just look so clean and sleek and just fit perfectly behind there, and they're usable, which to me is a big deal. Well, that's it for all the hard parts, but before I go ahead and cut off, I'm gonna go ahead and do the sticker bumming on the inside of the fairing. And I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna take off the brackets and actually get them all in there and laid out and cut up nice and neat, laid flat, so it looks as good as it possibly can. Go ahead and cut to that time lapse. Well, sure, I'm glad I did that as a time lapse, because holy balls, that took forever. But I have to say, turned out better than I expected. So even from back here, you can't really tell. And I didn't want to do it up on that upper section because I felt like that was going to be overkill. I'm glad I didn't, because I think this is the absolutely perfect touch. You have to get really close up here to really see what's going on back there. And it kind of peeks out on the sides. I think it looks really cool. It looks better in person, honestly, now that I'm looking through the camera, because, you know, back here where it's dark, you can see that better in real life with the naked eye. But I didn't want it to look childish or, you know, overdone, or like one of those little import boys that have their wheels at a stupid angle. But yeah, like I said, didn't want to do it up here because, one, I didn't know if I was gonna have enough stickers. I probably would have, but two, I think it would have just been a little bit overkill and kind of killed the look. And I'm really glad I did. I think that is the absolutely perfect touch that it needed up front to really give it a pop. And I guess now all I have to do is get this thing a little bit more cleaned up so I can go ahead and actually, no, I want to take off those stupid fork reflectors. Let's do that. Well, there you have it, folks. The finished Chubby Shuttle. Like I said, there's still a lot that I want to do to this bike, but with us moving and everything like that, this is probably going to be the last episode for a hot minute until we get all moved in the new shop and everything like that. So this is how it's going to sit for a while. I'm very happy with how it turned out today. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do the foot controls and all that like we planned on, but that's just the name of the game, guys. I've been doing this long enough to where if a part doesn't fit, it doesn't even bother me anymore. I'm just like, yep, that happens. So let me know down in the comments below what you think of it. What's your favorite part of it? What did not make it on the bike that you wish would have before the break, I guess. I'm interested to see what people wanted to see that they didn't get to see, and that might prioritize what I put on come the next episode. Well, anyways, guys, thank you so much for being so patient with me. You guys have been nothing but supportive during, you know, me breaking my back and all that. So thank you so much for being patient. I hope that this episode was worth the wait. If it wasn't, I'm sorry. I gave it my all. I really did. If you made it to this part in the video, go ahead and put down in the comments, blast off, because this shuttle is ready for takeoff. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.